These are supposed to be tough times for car makers, but it seems no one has told Bentley. The luxury brand posted record sales for a second straight year on Thursday. They rose almost a third to over 14,600 units. That's a lot when each one sells for hundreds of thousands of dollars. The global health crisis may actually have helped. Luxury car sales have been growing fast as travel restrictions leave well-heeled consumers with more money to spend on goods instead. Over the past year, Bentley sales were up 39% in the Americas and 40% in China. High-end car makers have also been better able to shrug off the shortage of computer chips. With semiconductors in short supply, big automotive groups have prioritized their most lucrative products. A unit of Volkswagen, Bentley has committed to going fully electric by 2030. It says demand for new hybrid models was among the drivers behind the record results.
Walgreens is getting a big boost from COVID-19 shots and tests. The drugstore chain said Thursday it had administered nearly 16 million COVID-19 vaccinations and over 6 million tests in the latest quarter. That helped drive comparable retail sales up nearly 11%. That's the highest in more than 2 decades. This comes as health authorities and governments worldwide push for more vaccinations and testing amid the fast spread of the Omicron variant. Walgreens' quarterly earnings breezed past analyst estimates, and the retailer raised its profit growth forecast for the full year. But shares fell in early trading Thursday. As rivals such as Amazon seek to expand beyond the online pharmacy business, Walgreens has been diversifying its services beyond drugstores. It recently invested in companies that provide primary and home care.
Britain's Next raised its full-year profit outlook for the 5th time in 10 months on Thursday. It comes after the fashion retailer beat guidance for sales in the run-up to the holiday period. Next said full-price sales rose 20% year-on-year over the 8 weeks to December 25th, around double previous projections. The company now forecasts a full-year pre-tax profit of $1.1 billion, up from a touch over $1 billion. Next was helped by a strong online performance, which more than offset another fall in store sales. Online sales rose 45%, while retail sales in the UK and Ireland fell just over 5%. Next has performed well during the health crisis. A long-established online operation has helped the firm during a disrupted 2 years. Rivals with weaker online business have seen a large fall in sales. Others, like Topshop owner Arcadia and Debenhams, have gone broke. Next now guides that full-price sales will rise 7% for the 2022-23 year compared to a year before. It also sees price rises in the coming 12 months due to higher freight rates and manufacturing costs.
Samsung's quarterly profit jumped more than 50% according to an estimate out Friday. That bounce was thanks in part to solid demand for the memory chips used for servers and fatter margins in its business making chips for others. Fourth quarter operating profit was projected to be its highest in 4 years at $11.5 billion. However, the result was not as high as a Refinitiv Smart estimate had expected. Analysts put that lag down to items such as employees' bonuses, marketing expenses, and ramp-up costs for new display panels, all being included in the fourth quarter. Samsung's shares climbed 11% over the past couple of months in anticipation of memory chip prices rebounding. The recovery is driven by new data centers and demand for videos, games, conferencing, and other traffic-heavy services. Samsung's detailed earnings are due to be released towards the end of the month.
The Nasdaq and S&P 500 fell for a third straight session in choppy trading Thursday, one day after the market sold off on a hawkish slant in the Federal Reserve minutes. The major indexes surrendered their earlier gains after investors got more insight into the central bank's thinking. St. Louis Federal Reserve President James Bullard said the Fed should let its balance sheet start to shrink soon after the first interest rate hike that could come as soon as March. Crossmark Global Investments Chief Market Strategist Victoria Fernandez.
he seemed to add a little bit more fuel to the fire of raising rates sooner rather than later. I think that made the markets turn around the middle of the day.
The 10-year benchmark Treasury yield rose for a fourth day, hitting its highest level since April. That boosted bank stocks like Citigroup and Wells Fargo. The Dow ended the day down 170 points. The S&P 500 and Nasdaq ended 0.1% lower. Pressuring those indexes, shares of Netflix fell for a fifth straight day. JP Morgan lowered the near-term subscriber estimates and cut the price target on the video streaming giant. Strong demand for COVID-19 shots and tests lifted Walgreens' quarterly comparable retail sales to their highest level in 20 years. The drugstore chain raised its profit growth forecast for the full year, but shares fell almost 3%.